Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I did, and I am so glad that you're here. I'm going to be working in my prayer journal. My printer has arrived, but it's not set up yet. But I have plenty of ephemera and things to work with. I've been working on it a little bit today. I pulled a lot of things from my stash that I had already had, so that's a good thing. It's good to train ourselves to use up what we have. So I'll give you a little bit of a look at what I've done. I changed the ribbon. The last time I showed this, it had a peach sari ribbon and I didn't like it. So I changed it to, it's kind of a double, it's like a peach and a white. And then I added this dove pin, which was my mother-in-law's, and I'll never wear it. And I've been saving it for, you know, a journal or of some sort. My signatures are not tied in yet. And this was out of a book, and it was really thin. So I put it on some cardboard, not cardboard, 2 pieces of cardstock. And then I put this polka dotted tulle over it. And then the same with this. I put it on cardstock and then glued this to here. And then I put some foam dots under here to give it some dimension, you know. And then I replaced the ribbon and I added this little dove. So I think my cover's all set. I hope you like it. And then I haven't tied in the signatures yet. So, oh, and I also wanted to let you know that before I decoupage, I forgot to say this. If you've been following me, before I decoupaged this box, I had gessoed it. That's why you see it white here. I forgot to mention that. I put gesso on it to cover up the cardboard so that when I put my napkin on, you couldn't see through the brown. You know what I mean? I mean, not that you could see the white, but anyway, so that's what I did. I covered it with the gesso and then I went over it with my napkin. And I still have not put my matte medium on yet. I don't know why I'm waiting, but anyway, and this side stays down so that the journal itself can, you know, once it's done, it can slide right in there and then, you know, lift out. So that's what I've done so far. That's my cover. That's the front. The back is plain. It will probably stay plain. This is just a little booklet I made that was from Jacqueline at Souvenir de la France, and I'll show you that another time. And I had that printed out but never made it. So today we're going to do some snippets out of fabric and lace and a little bit of paper. But I'll show you so far what I've done in my prayer journal that I've been making. So I took out that paper that I had originally had in there. I don't know what I did with it. I'm so sorry. I still have a little bit of cough. I'm just going to have some water, excuse me. I think that should do it. Thank you. Sorry about that. So I replaced it because I found a piece of this and another piece of the Peachy Pink from the Peachy Pink collection, and it's the wallpaper, I think. I have everything written down. I went through my files after I pulled all my ephemera and looked up exactly what I had pulled. So I've got it all down there, and that is from the, I'm sorry, Pretty Pink collection. Pretty Pink? Yep, that's what it says. Pretty Pink. Yep. So anyway, I'll write everything down in the description box that I used today. but I'm just going to give you a little flip through. So, and there's some of that French book page. This is from the Pretty Neutrals wallpaper. And the same with this. And I just folded it up to make a pocket. This is music paper. And then this is also from that Pretty Pink. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love it. I'm so glad I found it. And it is white on the back, but I'll put something on that. And then some more graph paper. I added some parchment paper. And there's another piece. I only had one piece, so when I cut it up, I used it all. And then I found this, and I have no idea whose it is, but I cut it out because I really liked it. I still have to back it because I made it a flip. And then I made this morning, just because I was playing. So it's 2 little journaling cards, and I have it wrapped with some, I think that this is just embroidery floss. And I love wrapping my things. And Lydia did it the other night on her channel. She has a wonderful video. It's, let's see, today's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. It was the best video. It really was. I learned so much from that video. So Wednesday it is. And so I made this little journaling card. I just backed this with some music paper. It says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you before you were born. I set you apart," Jeremiah 1:5. And then I did the music paper, but I also put a little piece of scrap old note paper of my father-in-law's on the back. And then on this one, I just backed it with some backing paper, you know, so that slides right in there. And then I think I'm going to stitch around that. And then this idea I got from Heather at Ruby and Pearl. This is just a little pocket. And I put some lace on it like she did. And she put an image on hers. I just put book paper and book page. And this is an embossed packaging from Amazon. I emboss it. I love it. See? So that goes back in there. And I left this loose so, you know, it doesn't need to be untied. You can just slide that right back up like so. Maybe. I love that look of, you know, tying things together. So that goes inside that pocket with that lace. And that will probably get glued on. Oh no, I'm going to glue it on here. It's going to get glued on here as soon as I back this. Because I don't want to cover up that music paper. Because it's still plenty of room to write. And I'll cover this with something so that she can write. So that I'll just slide that in there. And then this is one of the envelopes from the same collection that I happen to have already cut out. So I added that. And then this is coffee stain paper, but it's a digital from Sharon Hearth. And then this I put together this morning. It's a prayer card, I think from Heather at Ruby and Pearl, I'm not sure. I have prayer cards from Sharon Hearth, Ruby and Pearl, and I think that's it. I have my own, but I don't like to use them. So, or cut them up, and I cut this up because it was square or rectangular, and I loved how this looked. And this is just some polka dotted embossed paper that I used. I have a whole, like, you would not believe the embossed paper and whatever I have next to me. But anyway, it's just a polka dotted embossed paper. So I put that on the back, and I glitter glass first. And then I put her on. And then on the back, it's got that paper again. And then inside, this is from Lydia's collection. I think it's from her angel collection. I'm positive it is because I'm doing an angel journal. And I kind of took it from that. But I can print it again once my printer's up and running. And that slides right in there. So that will go somewhere. I'm not sure where. And then that's the back of that. Let's put that in there for now. It might actually go there. I might clip it in there somewhere. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's all I've done to that signature so far. And then for this signature, this was an envelope, so I cut it in half, but I left it so that I can tuck something in here. I didn't glue that part of the envelope down. So I can tuck something in here and something in here. Like, say for example, this can go in here, and then another one could go back in here, which I wouldn't do both the same, but these are still drying. I shouldn't even be playing with them. They have the glass glitter on them. Let me just get this off. Put it in my trash, just so I don't get glass glitter on anything. I just did them like 10 minutes before I turned on the camera, and it takes a little bit for it to dry. So that's, like I said, that half of an envelope that I put through my embossing machine. It's a vintage one, and I love using envelopes for my, I have a whole ton of them that I've embossed. I don't know where they all are, but I use them as a whole page. I use them as flips. So many scraps here, it's not even funny. And so much embossed paper. When you don't have a printer, you just emboss and cut. And I have fussy cut so many things. Christmas, and so that's, oh, see, like this is the whole envelope, but I'm using it as a flip. And little tuck spot. And that's pretty much all I've done so far. Oh, this is just an envelope from her, what kit is this from? Lamb of God. Isn't that adorable? So I had this already cut out. I was going to make this during Easter time, and I never did, so I have that. It's actually wonderful because I haven't been, I haven't been able to print, so it's forced me to use what I already have, which is a great thing. And then, yeah, so, and there's the other half of that other envelope, the first envelope I showed you. And that will just, that will just be, a pocket. That will, something will slide in there. Yeah, it will slide in there. I did not glue it all the way because it's easier to get things in and out if I didn't glue it all the way down. And then that coffee stain paper is the center. More music. This I think I folded for a tuck spot, and then a little tuck spot down here. I mean, it's got plenty of pages. Plenty of pages. So now all I have to do is make some more pockets and tags, which, I have some ideas, so I'm getting there. I just wanted to make some snippets so I can figure out where those are going to go, because I think it just deserves them. It's so pretty, feminine. So that's it for so far. Put this back in the cover and put it back in the box so I don't lose it. And I'll tie in the signatures as soon as I'm done sewing everything. Sewing the edges and putting lace on and what have you. But so far everything fits. I keep sliding it in and out of the box to make sure that, I'm still able to get everything in. And I haven't cut those yet because I don't know how big that I'll need them. But it still closes very nicely. And looks so pretty. I just love it. I think she is going to love it too. Okay, let me just make sure I don't have any glass glitter anywhere. I don't think I do, but just in case. And I have to be careful because my sweet husband not only vacuumed, but he washed my floor for me. He actually washed all the floors today. He's so good. I'm still not feeling well. I don't know what's wrong. I know it's just a cold, but my goodness, coughed half the night. Excuse me. Okay, so what I'm going to do, what I do when I make even my fabric snippets, I always start out with some paper just to give it a little bit of a base. So this is some script from something, I'm not sure what. It's a digital book page and then just some music paper. So I put this here so I would stay in frame. And then I didn't even pay attention, so I was probably out of frame the whole time, but where are we? Okay, well, I'll keep this short. So I'm going to start off with, I think, just a piece of this. Although I do have some German book page here, German music, which has got a really pretty font, but you're not going to really see it much. But I do like to start off with a base. You know, it kind of keeps me within my limit of my size that I want, so I don't go too big, because I have done that before. So let's see, this is like 2 by 2. So I think that'll be okay. Let me just check real quick. With the mini journals, I have to constantly check to make sure that I'm not going too big. I'm going to shorten this just a little bit. Because, you know, in a regular size journal, that would be, what I had would be okay. But this isn't, you know, this is a mini journal. It's only, for those of you who haven't been following, it is 7 by 5.5, I think. 7 by 5, so 7 long by 5 wide. So I have to be mindful of that whenever I make anything for it. Oh, I dried my lavender. It smells so beautiful. I have it next to me because I want to use it in this journal. So, all right, so I have my little piece of paper. Now I know I can't go bigger than this. So I took out just some of my fabric that I use in my slow stitching. So I don't know what colors or anything I'm going to use. I don't want to go real, you know, match exactly to the, I have some of these little vintage, they're really cute. They're real tiny. And then this has been printed on. So I pulled that out. I just pulled out a few fabrics that I thought we could use. This has been stamped. I've stamped tons of fabric. This is from Rachel. I've hoarded it for about 3 years. I only have that piece left. Or no, I think I have one other piece left that I put someplace else so I wouldn't use it all. But yeah, so, and then I have some more pieces that, you know, I just put my hand in my slow stitch bag and pulled out some pieces. These are already cut up from, you know, things I've printed on. Because I print on cotton all the time with my HP, and it never ever has given me a problem, ever. That is not why my HP isn't working, by the way. It's old. So, anyway, so, and like I said, when I print, I just take, you know, the double-sided, not double-sided, single-sided paper that you would print, like return labels and stuff on, but it's one whole piece, 8.5 by 11. And then I run it through my printer with whatever print I just click print, and it prints whatever I want to print on it. And then when I want to use a piece of it, I just take my scissors and I tear it. Sometimes you want to use cotton, or as much cotton in your fabric as you can. This is just an old sheet. And then I just tear it, you know, just make sure you go in far enough. Otherwise it's going to tear wonky. There you go. See? And then you could, you know, obviously you could tear that down a little bit more if you wanted to use it, which I think I will. Let me just get a bigger piece of, I should be using my fabric scissors, but they're over at my sewing machine. So I was using them earlier to, we're going to be seeing my daughter at Lindsay at Christmas. And I have some clothes I'm altering for her, so I was working on that this morning too. See, this is not the right way, so it's harder to tear, but I like that fringed look, especially when I'm making snippets. Now that would make a whole snippet, so I guess I can't use that unless I cut it here. Yeah, it's going to be too big. Dang. Well, that's all right. Let me find something else. All right, we won't use those. Maybe we'll use a piece of fabric from over here. I just want to use some different colors, you know. This is pretty. This is from a pillowcase or sheet. So that's pretty. So let me just tear some of this. This is easy to tear. Now, I want that flower. Because then I can, you know, do some slow stitching on it, which would be pretty. And if this is too big for this journal, I can always make it, you know, put it in another journal. Okay, so that will work because, I mean, the height doesn't matter, it's the width. So that would work. So let's find something else. I mean, I'm going to have to, I have to have a base of paper of some sort because it gives it a little bit of stability. But I think I'll get a bigger piece than this. You know, taller. So I'll use this. Just not too wide. And I want to be able to see a little bit of it. So I'll kind of do that. Okay? So I'll do that. And then, of course, we need some lace. And I have some bits and pieces. So I usually go in my bowl that I have the bits and pieces in first before I hit like one of my bigger jars with the bigger pieces of lace. So let's see how this looks. I like to put, well, see, that's just going to cover that flower up. Here, let's do this. And let's do that. And let's see. I'm looking for a different color lace. And I know I have one. Here's some. It's a little piece. That's good. That'd be good there. I don't want to use the same kind. What else do I have? Oh, I have this fiber. Isn't that pretty? I have no idea. what the fiber is from, but it's really nice. It's nice and it's like Angora. It's really pretty. So let's see. Let's move this to here. I don't think I'm going to be able to use that. I'm just going to use some lace, unless I can find a small piece of fabric. The yellow would be pretty. Let me get this blue, because then I don't have to worry about it being like there we go. So I'll do, let me just get this. At one time I was going to use it for something, and I cut it with my pinking shears, but it's okay, you can still just pull it and get rid of that line. So I'll put this here. That's pretty. And then I might actually add another piece of, let me add a piece of lace. And then, love those fibers. And maybe another piece, a little piece of fabric or something. I have something right here. That would look really pretty. I just took that rose off of here. This is not vintage fabric. It's, I have no idea. I can't remember. But it's not vintage at all. You could probably still buy it. But it doesn't matter. You don't need, you don't have to use vintage. So pretty already. Love it. I think I'll do this. Where's that other piece? Did I already use it in here? Where's the other piece of this? Did I use it? No. What did I do with it? I think I'll do something like, this. This is like collage for me. It's so hard. I want to do it this way though, because I can't make it so that it's too wide. So I'm going to go this way. So I'm going to put that there. No, I'm not. I'm going to kind of tilt it. I'm going to put this here. Then I'm going to put just a small piece. Maybe here. And then I'm going to put this like here. And then this, I think I'll put this here. And then I'll put this here. Because what I'm going to do is just move this around so it's not so. Okay, now I need something, a piece for the back. Let me just grab this piece. I think it'll be big enough. So now I've got a piece of lace. I've got the music paper. Okay. So there's a piece of lace here. Should have cut that a little bit taller, but I can just move it up. Or I can cut another piece because I can, right? Or I could have stretched that out, because you can. Oh, just be very careful. If it's antique, it will tear. And this is. So, oh, that's all right. I'll just tear it off. Okay. So now I'm going to put this here. And, oh, I love that. I really do. I love it. I don't know about this piece of music. I think it needs to kind of go over there. And this needs to go here. And then this will kind of go across like this. And then I will kind of smush this a little bit like this. And then I'm going to take my needle, which I already have threaded because I always keep one threaded. I could make snippets all day. Just take little pieces of fabric and paper because they just, I don't know, they look so pretty in your journal. I'm just gonna push this up a little bit and not make this so straight. And you can do that with your needle. And all you have to do is, you know, sew it like you're sewing a button. You're just gonna go in and out of the middle. And you could even put a button on there or anything. Anything could go on there or nothing at all. It smells so good, that lavender. Oh my goodness. I was so happy that it was all dry. Another batch. And I have got to get outside and get my another batch harvested. It's really growing fast. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's the dry weather because we haven't had a lot of rain. So see how I'm making it so that it's not like real straight or even. It's kind of bunched up a little bit. And it will look so pretty in your journal. I'm just going to go up here and put another stitch to hold that on. I don't like to glue things. Oh no, did I? Did I do that wrong? Yep. That's all right. I can cut it. Hold on. I'm going to have to cut this because instead of going in, I went around it. So be careful of that. See? But it's okay. I have plenty of thread in there already. And I've gone like in and out. So you can just snip that off. And I think, I'm not sure, but no, because of the rose, I'm not going to add anything. I'm not going to add a button or anything to that. Just want to come down here a little bit. But yeah, it takes a little bit more time to sew than it does to glue. But in the end, I think it looks better because you can't see your stitches and it's not real stiff. It's just pretty. And you can, you know, ruche it up or, you know, I mean, you could like tack it with some glue stick and then sew it. Or you could tack all 4 pieces with your glue stick and that will hold it. Maybe you might need a little bit of Fabri-Tac, but like I'm using very fragile paper. So I like to sew it. So there you go. It's very simple, but you know, I'd rather it be a little bit understated than overstated because you can always add something to it. If you wanted to, you know, you could even add book page behind there. I should come up farther. And you know what? I may add some little hearts or some little flowers to that. It depends. But you can't see the thread at all. And that makes a really nice snippet. So I'm just going to tie it off in the back just to be sure. Which all I do is go back here and through here and pull that, make a knot, and then cut it like so. and you have a really pretty snippet to go inside your journal. Let me get a page so I can show you. And what time are we? We can make one more. So, there you go. See, it just, I don't know, it just does so much for a journal. And, you know, sit in front of the TV. I wouldn't put it there because it's a book page, but you could sit in front of the TV and make these. And now with the paper, you could actually make it a little tuck spot. But just have some paper and some fabrics and what have you, you know, and sit. I mean, I don't watch TV, but I do watch YouTube on TV, so I do like to do that. But isn't that pretty? I think it looks really nice. Let's make one more. And let's see what we have for fabric here. This is kind of bright. Here's some small pieces. Let's see. We have that. A little butterfly. That would go good in a... Ooh. We have some lavender. These are all printed or stamped. Except that one, that's Rachel. That's stamped, but I think it might be too wide unless I do something like that. Let's see. Oh, and that's pretty, but I don't want to cover it with anything. Okay, we already did this blue. I think with the lace and everything, that would get toned down. So I'm going to, well, this would actually go with the journal better. Even though it's more of a hotter pink, I think it would go with the journal better. So I'm just going to tear that off. And I'm going to tear this off. And let's see. Just making sure. Yep. Okay. Now I need a bottom piece. Maybe the screen. Yep. That looks good. Okay, and let's get something else for lace. Do I want white? Well, let's see what it looks like. I like it. But I can't go too wide. So let me just cut this off here. It's backwards, but that's okay. And I'll cut it here. And then just kind of play with it. This is not antique, so I don't have to worry about it ripping. Okay, so I'll do this. Now I need a piece of book page or a script. I just think the paper and you know, and the fabric and the lace really, you know, do a nice job. So I need some more lace. Where's that? This piece, because you can see through it, you know. So that would be good. Let's just move it this way. And then, let's see. This might be good. I just can't bring the whole bowl over because everything will be in the way. And I'll put a piece of paper maybe underneath that one. I don't know. And then that go here. Maybe. We'll do this. And then we'll do this. And then maybe we'll do, no. We'll do this, this. We'll do this. No. We'll do this. We'll do this. We'll do this. And the book page underneath. Look at this, everybody. 2.5 yards, 37 cents. My mother-in-law's, she never used it. And neither have I. Oh. And it's yellowed. But I think this would be pretty. I like it better than the other. I'm sorry. I just don't want to rip it. It's my... There we go. Here we go. Yeah, I like that. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. I am very fortunate. I will admit that. Absolutely. Cut it here. And try not to tear it. Because I don't like this. It's driving me crazy. But I do like this a lot. And this I just have to snip it here. So let's do this over. We've got to get some script under there. So we'll go like this, and then this green piece I really like. I'm gonna have to put some glue under that because it's not staying down, but it's okay. You can do that. Actually, you could do, you could do this glue stick. I also have another pen that is for sewing that I'll use, every so often. And I'll just kind of ruche that up a little bit, like so. And that way it won't look so uniform, And I think I'll do the same over here a little bit, because I don't want it to be too wide. So I'll ruche that up a little bit. Oh, that's so pretty. I love this lace. I haven't used it yet. I haven't used a lot of it, but I'm not hoarding anymore. My new goal for 2024. No more hoarding. Okay, so then I want to do this. I can't go too wide. Then I want to do another piece of script. And I want to do this here, and maybe this here, and then I'll just stitch it all down. Or maybe, I really like that rose. I don't want to cover it up. I could always add a piece of lace on it afterwards, you know, if I wanted to. Pretty, 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 pretty. Love it. And I'll be stitching, for sure. I'll be stitching on that. I think that's too much white. I really like this other one. I think I'll take another piece of this. One whole flower if I can. Oh yes, much better. Yes. No, don't want to cover up that rose completely. Here we go. So, needle and thread. Pull it down. And just kind of stitch it anywhere you want. Let me move this like this. Hold on. Is it that? It is that. Okay, hold on. This. Yeah, much better. And then just stitch it. This I probably will only have to stitch in the middle because I might be doing some leaves, you know, or what have you, but I'm going to make them up first and then decide, you know, what I'm going to put where, or if I'm going to put anything, you know, if I'm going to just add a button or something in the middle. But they're so pretty and so fun to make. So just get out some laces and some fabric, pieces of fabric, new or old. I mean, I have so many scraps of fabric. It's crazy. If you could see some of them, you would be like, Cheryl, use that stuff. I have stuff that my mother-in-law started making quilts and, you know, quilt tops, and they're not quilted. They're just pieces, you know, all stitched together. Some are pinned together. I still have some too, my own. So I kind of ruched that up in the middle a little bit just to kind of, you know, pull it in. Make it a little bit less like straight. So when you're sewing, you can do that. Or when you're, you know, even when you're gluing, just kind of push it. I am not a fan of glue guns because, one, I burn myself, and two, just the fine laces, I just can't put a glue gun to them. I don't know. It just might be something in my head that I'm, you know, disrespecting the age and the beauty of this handmade lace by not sewing it. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do for now because I don't know, you know, what I'm going to use it for, how I'm going to use it. Am I going to put more stitches in it? I'm going to put a few stitches down here, you know, maybe some cross stitch or what have you. But that's as simple as it is. Now, if you wanted to just tuck it in a pocket, all you'd have to do is back this piece. I didn't use any cheesecloth. That was probably my problem. I use cheesecloth in everything, so I could always add it later, wherever that is. But anyway, there's number 2. I'm sorry that took so long, but let me just put my needle away because I will lose that. And where's the other one? Oh, it's in my journal. And see, you've got 2 snippets in 30 minutes because I talked a little bit. So, get out some scraps, a little bit of paper. I just like the look of some script underneath my snippets. And especially if I'm going to stitch on it, it just gives it a little bit more firmness, you know. But they're so pretty. So that one might be like a little tuck spot or pocket or something. This one will probably just go on as a decoration. And I could put, say, like in here I have a lot of French metals and all different kinds of metals and bells and what have you, but I could do something like that. Oh, here's a little cross. You know, I am making it for my prayer journal, so, oops, that's upside down. But I could do something like that. If you're making them for Christmas, you could put a bell. Another thing you could do, I have some little buttons. So you could put a little button in the middle, you know. Or, oh, here's a heart button. You could put in the middle with some colored thread. Or if you don't want to sew it on, you could do a little tiny pin. Like, say you might want to do something like this, you know, and pin it on. So yeah, just use your imagination. Just paper, threads, buttons, and a needle, and what have you. Just so pretty. So I hope you liked that video. I hope I've inspired you in some way. It was nice spending some time with you. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're a follower, thank you so much. I'll get to my comments in just a little after I clean up. Because I don't know, I'm just not feeling very well. I'll get that out of there because I'll lose it. And a lot of these are from France. So what do I do with the other one? I think I put it back. Okay, so that's it for today, folks. I'm going to go. My voice is leaving me. Could even do something like this. This is from Heather and Pearl. I've put some glitter glass on it. It's just paper. But how pretty, right? Or this. Oh, I might do that. I definitely might do that. That looks really pretty. All right. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you again tomorrow. I hope I stayed in frame. All right. Be kind, be well, and God bless. Oh, 50% off sales. Lydia, Raindrop Lila. Angela, www.angelakerr.com. 50% off her ultimate bundle, her Christmas fabrics. Get there. 50% off. Heather, Ruby and Pearl. And that's all I remember. Okay. All right. That's all I can remember. So yeah, happy Black Friday. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.